You have cried. Everyone has. Every animal feels fear. Every animal feels pain. Every animal feels loss. Not one of them cries. Not one. Most people assume animals feel less, that they lack our emotions. That is wrong. The real reason is stranger. Crying is not a sign of feeling. Crying is a signal, and only one species sends it. Here is the first strange thing. Animals are not tearless. Your dog has tears. So does a horse. So does an elephant. So does a crocodile. Every open eye needs water. The front of your eye is exposed. It has no skin covering it. It stays wet or it dies. A small gland sits above each eye. It lays down a thin, salty film. Every blink spreads it across, like a wiper on glass. This is happening right now. You are making tears this second. You just do not notice. There is a second kind. Smoke hits your eye. Dust. Onion vapor. The gland floods. It washes the thing out. That is a reflex. It has nothing to do with feeling. Every animal has both of these. But watch a terrified dog. The eyes stay dry. Watch a horse in pain. The eyes stay dry. Animals scream. Animals whimper. Animals shake and hide. Their bodies clearly feel something, but the water does not come. There is a third kind of tear. As far as anyone can tell, it belongs to one species. That is the structure of it. But that is only half the story. The next half is stranger, because in the wild, crying is a terrible idea. Think about what tears do to you. Your vision blurs, your throat tightens, your breathing breaks apart, you make noise, your face swells and reddens. For minutes you are slow, loud, half blind. Now imagine doing that in a forest full of things that eat you. Every animal instinct works the other way. A wounded animal goes silent. It hides the limp. It does not advertise. Weakness is information. In nature, that information kills you. So the question is not why animals lack this. The question is why we have it. Why would evolution build a signal that broadcasts helplessness? Darwin noticed this problem. In 1872, he published a book, The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals. He wrote about crying. Then he admitted something. He could not explain it. He decided tears were purposeless, just a side effect, the eye muscles squeezing during distress. Darwin explained so much. He looked at your tears and gave up. For 100 years, nobody did better. Then came the 1980s. A biochemist named William Frey. He worked in Minnesota at the St. Paul Ramsey Medical Center. He tried something simple. He collected two kinds of tears. One group watched sad films, the other sat over cut onions. Then he compared the fluid. The emotional tears held more protein. His conclusion spread everywhere. Crying flushes stress chemicals out. Crying removes toxins. Crying gets it out of your system. You have heard some version of this. The problem is, it never held up. The differences were small. Nobody ever showed that a few drops could change how a body feels. Frey opened the door. The answer was not behind it. The answer was somewhere else. Finding it meant looking away from the person crying. In 2009, a biologist published an argument. Oren Hasson, Tel Aviv University. He turned the whole thing around. Blurred vision is not a side effect. Blurred vision is the point. Your eyes fill with water. Now you cannot aim. You cannot fight well. You cannot run well. You have disarmed yourself. And you did it visibly in front of whoever is standing there. That is not a malfunction. That is a message. It says, I am not a threat. I have lowered my guard. Help me. You cannot easily fake it. You cannot take it back. A signal like that needs one thing. It needs the right world. It only works if the others respond. Cry in front of something that eats you and you die. Cry in front of something that holds you and you live. So the reason may be simple. Most animals do not live in the world. Showing weakness does not get them helped. You do live in that world. Ad Vingerhoets studies crying. He is a psychologist at Tilburg University in the Netherlands. He has spent decades on this. He points to something obvious, something nobody thinks about. Human babies are born unfinished. A newborn horse stands within an hour. A newborn human cannot lift its head. For years a child cannot feed itself, cannot escape danger, cannot survive one day alone. No other animal stays helpless that long. Something that helpless needs one thing, not teeth, not speed. It needs others to come, so follow that forward. Adults came running when a child signaled. Every generation, the strongest signal survived. The signal got refined. It moved from noise into something visible, something undeniable, right there on the face, and it never switched off. Which brings this to you. You are an adult now. You can feed yourself, you can walk away from danger, and you still make that signal. A signal built for something that cannot survive alone. So what is it still asking for? Think about the last time you cried, really cried. Not from onions, not from wind. Ask yourself what your body was doing. It was not sitting quiet. It was making noise. It was making itself visible. Something in you was reaching outward, reaching for someone who may not have been there. And here is what people notice. Crying alone rarely feels finished. Crying while someone holds you does. Same tears, same body, completely different ending. Because the signal was never built for an empty room. It was built to be received. There is one more thing. You are not the only one this works on. Watch someone else cry. Something in you moves before you decide. You lean in. Your voice changes. You feel the pull to come closer. That is not politeness. Nobody taught you that in school. It is the other half of the system. We did not only evolve the signal, we evolved the answer to it. A signal is useless without a receiver. Tears exist because somebody always came. So here is the reason. All of it. Animals have tears. They do not have emotional ones. Emotional tears blur your vision. They announce your weakness. In nature, that is a death sentence. They only make sense in one kind of creature, one born so helpless it survived only by being cared for, and they only work because others respond. Animals do not cry because they never needed saving, not the way you did. Your tears are the oldest proof of something. You were never meant to face anything alone. If you want more answers like this, subscribe. There is a lot about your body you were never told.